Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Academic Conversation Show. I am Leonel Segovia, and it is a honor to have the participation of two great colleagues. Let me introduce Juan and Jonathan. Happy to have you here, guys. Looking back on this academic conversation. How are you?
Hello, I am Jonathan. I'm happy to see you in this meeting.
Hello guys, my name is Juan Jose Villeda. Good to see you. I am good.
Thank you, guys. Well, after this great welcome, it is time to discuss the topic, and it is animal intelligence. Let's start with some discussion question, guys. And the first question is, let me read the first question for you. And it is, what do you think about animal intelligence? Are animals as smart or as dumb as we think they are? What do you think? Let's start with Jonathan.
Okay, in my opinion, I think animal intelligence is very interesting because we wonder how the mind of animal works. Is it similar to ours? Well, the definition of animal intelligence is the set of skills and capabilities that allow animals to live and adapt to their ecological environment. This means that animals have the ability to adapt to their environment and modify it through learning and behavior. Some animals relate socially with other animals. All this from the animal's own ability to process information. Depending on the animal and its ability to process the information, we can say that this animal is more or less intelligent. And depending on the habitat on the animal, because predatory animals would not socialize with an animal such as a deer. There are many studies that say that animals' intelligence has several similarities with human intelligence. We don't for sure, but probably the animal think maybe they have the ability to reason, or if animals feel pain like other animals. Because according to our perception, we can see that these animals could feel similar things to humans. There are animals that the humans consider that are the most intelligent. Most of these animals are characterized by the way they hunt or have behaviors such as playing or escaping from predators and other instincts. This is my opinion.
And it was really interesting, Jonathan. Thanks for sharing your opinion. What about you, Juan? What's your opinion about it?
Mm, I think that animal intelligence is a set of ability and a skill that allow animal to live and adapt to their ecological environment. This is my opinion.
Well, guys, definitely agree with your opinions. And I would like to say animals are not dumb as we think they are. And why I believe that? Well, it is difficult to define and hard not to base our abilities. I think animal intelligence has been like studied by scientists for many years. And to do this, it was necessary to break down established conceptions that animals acted only by instinct and could not process information or feel, just as Jonathan said. I could say that intelligence of animals is linked to the habitat where they live and must survive. Consequently, it develops capacity that allow them to search for food, water, get away from predators, migrate and search of food, and even search for mates. I also animals have evolved to be more adapted to their environments, like us humans. We have evolved to adapt to our environments. If a human being is lost in the middle of a desert, likely he will not survive because he lacks the skills that survival in this environment requires. That's why I think it is a mistake to assume that some animals are more intelligent than others and place the human being above the pyramid. We are the only animal species that continue with destructive behavior. We are destroying the planet, and we are not sure that our species will survive. Animals, on the other hand, have the instincts to ensure the permanency of their species. Guys, continues. Well, the next question is, what commonalities connect humans and animals? Let's start with you, Juan. What do you think about this second question?
Although culturally we have been told that animals do not feel. There's no doubt that they have a feeling. In a recent study, it has been confirmed that when one of the members of the herd shows stress after being attacked, or simply because he'll feel bad, immediately one of his companions approach him to harm him, reassure him, and offer him comfort. And the same thing happened with aspects considered very typical of the human being, such as solidarity and cooperation, but which in reality are not, since experiments with chimpanzees and elephants showed that they also follow this behavior. When they release that they have repercussion, the animal and the man are not so different. At his belief, I know that we both coming from the animal kingdom, but the only difference is that human has managed to develop more. Thus man does not cease to be an animal. This is my opinion, guys.
What an interesting opinion. What do you think, Juan Jose? Are you agree? Sorry, what do you think, Jonathan? What are you agree with Juan? What's your opinion?
In my opinion, the animal intelligence has some similarities with human intelligence. Some animals, like chimpanzees, through an experiment, it can notice that chimpanzees try to get they want using tools or ways to get it. This is very similar to human intelligence. When we want something, we look for ways to get it. And it is considered that animals learn and adapt to their environment. Some animals use techniques to hunt and obtain their food. Also, animals have emotions like humans. Sometimes we are angry, sad, happy, aggressive, desperate, afraid, or anxious. And we can see that the animals have the similar behaviors like humans. This is my opinion.
Wow, interesting, interesting. Well, humans have so many things in common with the other species that inhabit this planet. And why I think that? Well, I have some reasons. Animals have emotions and establish bonds of attachment with other living beings. And animals like humans can have a great memory. That is, they can remember the past, the present, and equally both can think in the present. No species protects and cares for its family as much as humans do. But some animals show parental behavior or teach their young. That's why I think we have a lot of commonalities connected with animals. Well, guys, finally we have the last question, and it is for you. Tell me, what is the most animal intelligent? Well, I would like to start with this question. My answer is ravens. Why? Ravens have long been considered cunning, but their intelligence may be for more advanced than we thought possible. The intelligence of this type of bird is something that has always been known, and it is that they use tools, recognize faces, leave keys for people they like among their things. However, there are studies that showed us that there are much we still do not know about them, and that their intelligence is greater than we thought. That's why I believe that ravens are some kind of animal intelligence. But I would like to hear you guys. What do you think? Let's start with you, Jonathan.
Mm. Well, there are several any intelligent animals, but the most intelligent, like octopus, this animal is capable of doing complex things like opening things like a bottle. The octopus is the most intelligent invertebrate animal. Dolphins are very intelligent too, and very sociable animals. They have a great capacity for adoption. They help each other. Dolphins have the ability to understand, identify, relate, and distinguish. The chimpanzees are the most intelligent species. The social and community capabilities of these animals, along with their ability to use tools and their on the intelligent animals such as the parrot, the elephant, the crow, and the pig. These animals are very intelligent too.
It was really interesting. What about you? What do you think, Juan?
Mm, The most intelligent animal, according to studies, is the chimpanzee. But for me, we are human. Since we coming from the animal kingdom. When we're talking about animal, it's very important to know that there are different types of intelligence. For instance, language intelligence, which is based on communicative ability. Spatial intelligence, which is the ability to observe the world and object from the different perspective. Emotional intelligence, which is based on knowing on oneself and relating to others. It is also important to mention that animal intelligence can be studied. There are several of methods to study animal intelligence. The most common one we use are, for example, a maze or a skinning box to determine if the animal is able to get out of the maze. There are there are also figure games like a puzzle where each piece must fit. This is my opinion, guy.
Well, thank you guys for sharing your opinions about this academic conversation and talking about this topic, animal intelligence. Well, guys, it was a pleasure. I think we discussed a lot, and so we have different points of view, but with almost the same opinions. Well, thank you guys for participating in this academic conversation.
It
See you
was a
guys.
pleasure.
Pleasure to see you.
Well, I have to say goodbye, but see you next time, guys, in another academic conversation. See you.
It's
Bye.
bye.
Nice to see you.